Good morning everyone. This is lecture number 6, subject physical education, class 12, chapter number 3, yoga and lifestyle. Right? This is the subtopic 3.6 and this is the last subtopic for the chapter. The topic is back pain, procedure, benefit and contraindication of preventive asana. Right? When we talk about back pain, it is very important for you to understand that back pain involves a lot of things. It might be a sprain which causes a pain in a back, and it might be a strain in your bone, joint, muscle or ligament. Right? It might be any kind of injury, it might be any kind of damage, it might be due to any kind of accident. So back pain include all these things. It also includes like your ligament if there wear and tear, or wear and tear overuse of back muscle or the joint or the bones. Right? Now it may be in a cervical thoracic, our lumbar region. Now it may be in a cervical region, it may be in a thoracic region, and it may be in a lumbar region. Right? And for the better understanding through this picture, you can understand that when we talk about the cervical pain is in your upper back. The thoracic pain, the blue area you can see here, that is your thoracic area, and that pain is known mostly in your middle area. And lumbar region pain, normally lower back pain. Right? Now it may be acute or chronic. Acute means for a smaller period of time. For it might be for few days, for few weeks. But when we say it as a chronic, so chronic is something which goes to week to 2 years. It is like a long run. For example, you have back pain for longer period of time, so you can say that this is a chronic back pain. Right? Now sometimes the pain is radiate or also spread in other region like arm, hip and leg. Right? Now the causes. See, repeated heavy lifting of any object or anything, or a sudden awkward movement like for you have a twist or turn, but that particular movement is not natural. That can be also cause of back pain or of any kind of like muscle pain or ligament pain. Right? Now asana to prevent or cure back pain. The first asana is Tadasana. The procedure is stand up in a tension position, lift your arm upward, stretch your hand upward, raise your heel and come on your toe. Also pull up your body upward. After some time, breathe out slowly and come to the previous position. Repeat the same exercise 10 to 15 times. Right? Now the benefits of the Tadasana. The first benefit is it is helpful in developing physical and mental balance. Second, it reduces obesity. Third, it cures constipation. Fourth, it cures digestive problems. Fifth, it improves body postures. Sixth, it elevates sciatica. Seventh, it is an excellent asana for those who want to enhance their heights. 8. It is a beneficial in treating hypertension. Now the contraindication of Tadasana. The first contraindication is if you have low blood pressure, you should not do this asana. Second, in case of headache or insomnia, you should avoid this asana. Third, individual who suffer from blood circulation problem such as faulty valve should not perform this asana. Right? The second asana is Ardha Matsyendrasana asana. The procedure is the left heel is kept under the right thigh and right leg is crossed over the left thigh. After that, hold the right toe with left hand and turn your head and back to the right side. In this position, move the trunk sideways. Then perform the same asana in the reverse position. Right? The benefits of Ardha Matsyenasana. The first benefit is it keeps gallbladder and prostate gland healthier. Second, it enhances the stability of back muscles. Third, it elevates digestive alignments. Fourth, it regulates the secretion of androgen and biles and thus is recommended in yogic management of diabetes. Right? Fifth, it is also helpful in treating sinusitis, bronchitis, constipation, menstrual disorder, urinary tract disorder and cervical spinosis. Right? Contraindication. Women who are 2 or 3 months pregnant should avoid this asana. Second, the individual who suffer from peptic ulcer, hernia or hypothyroidism should perform this asana only under expert guidance. Right? Third, the individual who have the problem of sciatica or slap disc may benefit from this asana, but they need to take great care while doing this asana. Right? The third asana is Bakrasana. The procedure is sit down and stretch your leg straight. Hold the right leg and keep the right leg heel touching the left leg knee. Place your right hand behind your back and left arm over the right knee. Hold your right ankle, push your right knee as far as possible and while extending, twist your trunk to the right side, take sufficient support of left arm. Now repeat the same procedure with the left side. Right? The benefit of Bakrasana, the first benefit is it improves the function of both spinal cord and nervous systems. Second, it prevents and controls diabetes. Third, it strengthens kidney. Fourth, it helps in reducing chronic back pain and shoulder pain. Fifth, it gives relief in stiffness of vertebra. Sixth, it reduces belly fat. The contraindication: avoid this asana in case of high blood pressure. Second, individual who suffer from peptic ulcer should not do this asana. Third, this asana should not be performed who suffer from serious back injury. Right? The fourth asana is Salavasana. The procedure is, in order to perform Salavasana, lay down in the prosperous position, spread the thigh backward, hold your feet and extend arm. Keep your feet under the thigh and then raise your leg slowly as high as you can. For best result, hold this position for 2 or 3 minutes and then lower your leg slowly. Repeat the same action for 3 to 5 times. Right? The benefits: it provides relief to persons who have mild sciatica and slap disc problems. Second, it strengthens the muscle of the spine, buttock and back of the arm and leg. Third, it improves posture. Fourth, it stimulates abdominal organs. Fifth, it helps in relieving stress. Sixth, it alleviates lower back pain. Seventh, it helps in removing constipation. Contraindication: people with a weak spine should avoid this asana. The individual with a weak heart, high blood pressure and coronary problems should avoid this asana. Right? The last and fifth asana is Bhujangasana. The procedure is, in this asana, the body posture remains like a snake. That is why it is called Bhujangasana. In order to perform this asana, lay down on the belly on the ground. Keep your hand near the shoulder. Keep your leg close together. Now straight up your arm slowly. Raise the chest. Your head should be backward. Keep this position for some time. Then get back to the formal position. For good result, perform this asana 3 to 5 times. Right? Now the benefits of Bhujangasana. First benefit is it alleviates obesity. Second, it provides strength and agility. Third, it gives relief from disorder of urinary bladder. Fourth, it cures the disease of liver. Fifth, it improves blood circulation. Sixth, it makes the vertebral column flexible and thin. 7. It cures gas disorder, constipation and indigestion. Last, it strengthens the muscle of hands. Right? Now the contraindication of Bhujangasana. First, this asana should be avoided who suffer from hernia, back injury, headache and recent abdominal surgery. Second, pregnant women should not perform this asana. Right?